Hey guys, back with another midweek market update. So today is Wednesday, the 27th of July. So took a little bit of a break from posting and sort of updating in the public Discord and on YouTube. Just been very busy improving and adding new things, new content to the mentorship program over the last few weeks. The market has been somewhat pretty messy over the last week, so try to have all my attention there as possible so we can catch entries. So let's have a look. I've got these are the pairs I'm going to be covering in the public Discord. Okay, so you have CAD JPY, Euro JPY, USD JPY, AED USD, Euro AED, GA, NZD JPY, USD Swiss, and Euro GBP. Now, I'm only be covering a few at a time, just because, again, sometimes there's just nothing super clear on some pairs. So I'll only be covering the pairs that are pretty clean, and that way it's pretty obvious for you guys what to look for, as what you guys are learning from it, and then also easy ways to make money, right? So going forward, I'll be doing more updates. I'm going to be refining over this week and the weekend how I'm going to be updating in the public Discord, okay, as I want to kind of update there a bit more. I want to give it a bit more structure, like I have with the mentorship program. It's very structured. For example, at 2 a.m., which is 2 a.m. my time, that's the London Open. I did the London Outlook video, and then then I update on our pairs throughout the day. But then I do every 4-hour update. I do a 4-hour update every 4-hour close on all pairs. That way we always know what we're looking for. And then obviously, like I said, I update on anything that's occurred throughout that time on our pairs. I share the entries, and then I do a market review video like this every single day at the market close. But obviously I'm not going to do it to that extent in the public Discord, but I might do some 4-hour updates. I'm just toying with a few things, okay? And I'm getting a bit of feedback from not only you guys, but the mentorship students who are in it. So that way they can use this as well and practice on these pairs. So let's have a look at a few pairs. I really only have 3 pairs I want to cover today, which is CAD JPY, Euro JPY, and USD JPY. Plus, I'll cover the dollar. Everything else doesn't look too clean right now, but of course, if I see something, I will update. So right now, the dollar, very messy price action. Honestly, the last 3 to 4, maybe even 5 weeks, the market has been pretty messy. Okay, maybe not that long, but all of July, the market's been pretty messy. June was an amazing month for trading, at least for me. Okay, again, it's still personal experience. Maybe some of you guys have had a really good month in July, but for how I trade, July has just been pretty boring, to be honest. There really hasn't been much. A lot of pairs have just kind of gone up and down, which is more of a day trader, scalper sort of market. Back in June, or April, May, June, we were like June especially. We did like 3,000 pips in the first 2 weeks. We did 50%, so 50 RR gain for the entire month, which was actually slightly over that. And just amazing trades. Whereas, so far this month, it's been pretty boring. For the most part, we've just kind of been waiting. We've taken a lot of trades, a few break evens, a few wins, a few losses. Overall, we're profitable, but nothing close to even what we did in June. And that's just because the market, I feel, has been very sideways, very messy. And I mean, today's price action was an indication of that, because we did have the Fed news come out, which, as you guys know, I don't really care about the news, but there's a few news releases that come out each week that I try and stay out of if I can, just because they do tend to bring a bit more manipulation. But everything trading-wise, I just focus purely on technicals, okay? And also, guys, it's okay to have a good time in a month, or a good time in a month, or bad time in a month of trading. Like, the market is just give and take. It's where a lot of traders go wrong, is they might have like 3 or 4 or 5 amazing weeks where they just have wins and wins and wins, and they might have 1 or 2 weeks where maybe they have a loss, or maybe there's just no trades that that make their trading plan. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to understand the market is give and take. Okay, it's not perfect 24/7. Sometimes you're gonna have losing streaks. Sometimes you have winning streaks. Okay, it's about how you handle those bad times is really what's gonna define you and your success long term as a trader. You can't just expect it to be perfect all the time. It's just not how it works, okay? Like I've said, the market is give and take. So let's have a look at the dollar here. So dollar's just very sideways. And we know overall the dollar is very bullish, okay? But we're at yearly highs, like crazy yearly highs we've not seen since back in 2002. But still, nevertheless, still very bullish. Honestly, there's really not much I want to cover on this. It's just ranging. Right now, that's exactly what's happening, is the dollar is just ranging. It's very sideways. It looked like we were going to have a breakout move today, but then as soon as it tried to break above 107.2, push right back down. So we did fake out here. Was it 2 days ago? So Monday. So now what we could be seeing is like a fake out and retest here before we move higher. Okay, basically my view is trade the range until the range breaks, as long as the price action is there. Of course, don't just let, like if this was a pair, you wouldn't just let price push up here then take a sell. You'd have to wait for clear price action. But this definitely, is still respecting. So therefore we could see the dollar, it could be just doing this, coming down to then shoot up. It is still very, very bullish. In my opinion, it's not going to be sort of more bearish, not as an overall bearish, but more of a deeper pullback bearish until we kind of break this 106 region here. Okay, so once and if we get like a break below here, then I'll be like, okay, then we might get something like this for a longer term sort of move lower. But as for now, while we sit above 106, sort of what is it, 400, 500 region, we're still very, very bullish. We're just kind of moving sideways. So that's what we're looking for there. So again, if I move up on the dollar from here, for example, would push pairs like EU down, NU, GU, AU, all those pairs would sort of move lower with that sort of move higher on the dollar, and then vice versa, they would go higher if the dollar went lower. Okay, so keep that in mind there. CAD JPY. So I posted this morning in the Discord. So we're technically looking for buys from this level. Now I posted this. If you go back and look, I posted pretty much this, which actually ended up playing out on the 30-minute. So that ended up pushing up, and I posted it was risk-free. Since then, came back down with the news, and it's just kind of going sideways. Okay, so we are still looking for buys. Again, I'm being a bit cautious here because it's just very, very sideways. It is respecting 106.5. So what I would personally want to see is something like this on like the 30-minute or the 1 hour. Ideally, like this on the 1 hour would be exactly what I want. Let's go get a look at that 2 hour. Yeah, sort of like a little M pattern there. I mean, there's just, the thing is, I really like the 4 hour here. All right, 4 hours is really, really good, but there's just some signs of a reversal or bearish price action indicating a reversal on the 2 hour and the 1 hour. So I just like to wait for, in this case, I want to wait for higher time frame price action. So if the hourly, for example, can come down, print some nice bullish price action, some pin bars, bullish engulfings, maybe make like a little triple bottom here, that might be good enough for an entry to take this higher up into this 107 region. So for example, let's say you got an entry right in the middle of the zone, for let's say a 30 pip stop loss, right? Nothing too big on this pair. It's a nice little 1 to 4. Okay, obviously you can always break higher with the overall trend. Otherwise, you guys know I always have to look at both sides of the market. Let's say this doesn't play out. All right, let's say it doesn't get the price action for a buy and actually ends up breaking lower. We'll just look for a break, retest to go lower later in the week. Okay, so if that plays out, if it doesn't play out and we start looking for sells, I'll post in the Discord covering that as well. All right. But for now, a lot of JPY pairs seem to be going higher. Okay, they really do. For example, I was looking to take a sell here today. I didn't execute it. Big reason for that, even though the price action was very, very clean, is because just looking at JPY pairs, a lot of them were moving higher, and then using correlation where you can. I was like, I'm just gonna wait, and that's exactly what happened. Ended up breaking higher. So let's have a look here. Euro JPY. So if we broke above this 139 level, so what I would like to see here, all right, is it's between zones. So I want to see this come back down, test this level, and then look for buys from there. If it doesn't do that and it pushes right back up into here, we could be looking for sells, but that's a bit of price action needed. So I'd want to see this kind of push up in there, and if it does do that, I'll update. But for now, what I would want to see as we move into London session tomorrow, for example, is something sort of like this on the 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. We can kind of look for price action there. Okay, so yeah, as this begins to line up more for us, I'll post on in the public Discord to what exactly you guys should be looking for. Okay, last pair I want to cover is USD JPY. So again, remember how I said if the dollar does go up from here, certain pairs will push up. This is USD JPY, so it is a USD pair. Okay, nice little double bottom here on the 4 hour, 136.5. Now I did post this morning saying look for buys here. Personally, I wouldn't have taken anything on that. I'm not really a one tap and go unless for specific setups, which in this case it wasn't. So prices come back down to retest structure. This looks pretty clean. This could be a really, really nice buy from this level. So let's go to the 2 hour. Nothing crazy yet. So maybe let's go to the 1 hour here. I mean, maybe for to get a very, very strong rejection. Ideally, what I would like to see here, if I'm being honest, I would really kind of want to see something sort of like this on maybe the 30-minute or the 1 hour. Okay, just based on this current price action. Okay, obviously it takes a few hours for me to get the video out to you guys, and YouTube has to load up. things like that, then price can change. But based on this is what I would want to kind of see. Okay, it's something sort of like that. So, and then again, obviously, if the price action doesn't occur and this ends up breaking lower, we look for a break and a retest to go lower, right? Which of course I'll update on as well. So as I said, that's it for now, guys. Actually, one more thing I want to cover. Two more things I want to cover is the news. So Thursday, we do have some news. All right, we have some inflation rate and GDP growth rate coming out tomorrow, as well as some other Euro and USD news. And then Friday, there's more news as well. Inflation, a lot of GDP growth rate, more inflation for the Euro, a lot of Euro news. Okay, so Euro and USD might be, so for example, Euro USD might be just flying come Friday. But last thing we'll cover, like I said, I'm going to be spending the next few days and this weekend sort of cleaning up the public Discord, adding some things, taking some things away. And that way next week we're flowing again. I'm going to have videos out every Sunday and every Wednesday. And then I'll be looking to do sort of daily updates as well. Okay. A lot of mentorship students use this channel as well for practice. Not only do we trade the 5 or 6 pairs in there, they want to try and get some extra practice on these pairs. So they've asked me to see if I can try and update this a bit more. Okay, I know a lot of you guys appreciate it as well. So back in this, going to be helping you guys where I can as much as I can. All right, so I'm gonna get this video out to you guys, and I will update you guys tomorrow in the public Discord. Happy trading, and as always, guys, make sure you use proper and strict risk management. Thanks, guys.